So good morning, March the 17th, 2016. This is CISG114, Section 1 Web Technology, and life into week number 8. Today is day number 16. So let's get started. So good morning, welcome back to today's classroom. You know that what's going to happen today is we're going to want officially the format of problem-based learning in class for this week, for next week, and also for the week after next week up to the end of learning contract number 1. So if you read teacher's message number 8, and if you heed my advice as of last time, you now in the abbreviations of your pair and also with your team, and each team is now officially given a particular topic for work. That's the teamwork topic for the next 3 weeks. And so what we're going to do to wanted classroom format today, it's the first 10 minutes, allow me to give you some update, okay, the update on this specific learning contract. And the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give each team, okay, a maximum 2 minutes for your spokespersons to come here to share with the whole class, give a very immediate update on your problem, okay, team problem. What is your team problem? What have you accomplished as a team, and what you are going to accomplish before the end of this week, or something like this. And then after these team by team 2 minutes introductions by your team spokespersons, you will be given 20 to 30 minutes time to work together at your table, particularly attending to your meeting minutes for this week, okay, because you have 3 meeting minutes to submit by the end of this learning contract. And this is the first week, okay? And then you also need to start working with your week team. You need to designate the role of your team member. For example, who's going to be the secretary, who's going to be the coordinator, who's going to be the progress tracker, and who's going to be the liaison member, as well as the reporter or spokesperson. All right, so after the 20 to 30 minutes of work, I will give each team a maximum of 5 to 7 minutes, okay, if possible 10 minutes, for the whole team to come up here to give the whole class the update of your individual team member, of the 2 pairs in your team, on how you're going to get the job done, all right? In particular, you need to start thinking about the 3 or 4 specific questions you want to work with under the topic that you select as of last Monday. All right? So I think I'm giving up the time now to make sure you have at least good time left to do your work. So if you're ready, okay, spend 5 minutes time to designate a spokesperson in your team, and then starting from 11:40, I will start giving each team at most 2 minutes to do a briefing of your work in progress. And remember, your spokespersons need to tell the whole class what your team problem is, okay? And if the best, if you already have the 3 or 4 specific questions you can share with the whole class, you can mention it. And the most important thing is, you have to be very much concise within the 1 to 2 minutes time. Make sure you need to tell the whole class what your problem is, what you have accomplished, and what you're going to accomplish before the end of the week. All right? So 5 minutes to you so that you can designate a person to be your spokesperson, and make sure that's also the important meeting minutes item for you to keep track of. Oh, by the way, I've already given you back the score for 5 to 6 items in your first learning contract, and you will be able to receive the last item before the end of today. That is the discussion forum. So on to learning contract number 3. Give a good start into it. All right, so I'm going to stop talking and give you 5 minutes to have the harmonizations within your team. All right? And of course, if you need help, raise your hand or come to a table. All right? We're going to start at 12:40, 3 minutes from now. All right? Make sure you have a spokesperson. And yes, those of you who come up here to do the briefing, to do the sharing as a member of the team, you will have 1 instant count towards during class participations. Okay? Actually, if you become a spokesperson, you have 1. And if you come up to share as part of the team, you have another 1, 2. All right? So it's very important things you need to keep in mind for you. Make sure you have a spokesperson, a team spokesperson. In the meantime, I'm going to take attendance to save some time towards the end of the class. Andy, thank you. Neil, thank you. Annie, thank you. Jason, thank you. Jason, right? Tom, thank you. Connie, thank you. Mark, not here. Luna, it's coming. Okay, we're taking attendance for her. Change the status immediately after. Jerry is here. Tammy is here. Francis is here. Joanna, not here today. Peter, thank you. Rowena, thank you. Jennifer, thank you. Sheena, thank you. Larry, thank you. Kathy, thank you. Alex, thank you. Ethan, thank you. Thank you very much. We hope Luna's coming back soon, and then we will change her status from A to B. Okay. It's very important that you get used to working in class as a member of your team. And it's also very important that for each team you have at least a laptop or iPad with you, so that you can start working with in a Moodle environment. Okay? So it's time now for me to invite individual spokespersons from different teams. Team number 1. Okay, let's see who's team number 1. All right? You need to remember your team identity, all right? So you go to week number 8. You have 1 to 2 minutes time, at most 2 minutes. So team number 1 is Annie. So your team over there. So you need to come up here as a spokesperson. Who is your spokesperson? Okay, could you please come up here, Connie? Yes, sure. From 1 to 2 minutes time to tell the whole class your team problem, and then what you've finished and what you're going to finish before the end of this week.
My team topic is what is the virtual official application, and today because virtual official application, this technology is quite, we know what it is, but we will not use it every time. But when we are doing our project as a university student, we'll become more and more to have a connection with this technology. And first of all, we need to in our group, we need to define what it is. We need to find the information about it, what is the history, what it's come from, what is the effect of it. And in this week, we are going to find define what it is, and also we want to raise up the question as many as possible to our group to choose which trends we are going to write. For example, we will write about the effect of this or some other things. We want to raise as much as question as possible and choose the most suitable question in our report to write for. And this is our
Okay.
goal.
Thank you. Thank you, Connie. So you know that what they are going to do is something on virtual office applications, and they're yet to come up with the specific questions yet. So we hope that you will get the questions done before the end of this week. Yes, thank you. Now let's invite team number 2. Team number 2 spokespersons. Let's move on to team number 2. It's Tom's group. Okay, who's the spokesperson? Peter. Thank you. Introduce to the whole class what your team's problem is, what your team has accomplished, and what you're going to accomplish by the end of the week. Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone, we are our topic is what is photo sharing. Our topic is how do people communicate through photo sharing. Now we have finished one journal and 4 proposals. We are now trying to find more information about our topics. Now we are facing some problems. For example, we try to combine all our 4 topics to as a we want to find some connections between our topics and our group topics. For example, Tom's topic is what is podcast, and we want to find some connections between podcast and photo sharing. And we will make an appointment this week and discuss how to solve our problems and what we will do next days.
Okay, thank you, Peter. It's mainly photo sharing, but you're still working out some harmonizations between the team topic and some of the individual members' topic. That's something you should have done last week. But anyway, you have to keep going with that. Team number 2 is finished, so let's move on to team number 3. Team number 3, it's Tammy's group. So, Judify, who's your spokesperson? Thank you, Alex. Focus on the teamwork problem, what your team has accomplished, and what you're going to accomplish before we end this week.
Hello everyone, we are Team 3, and our proposal is about what is e-learning. So this topic is really interesting, and we have some experiments for this. What we have is we did some basic research, and we try to get a topic about our journal and try to finish our journal. And we think we need to do more academic research and collect our experience about e-learning and to finish our proposal.
Thank you. Very concise. Yes, we know that you're still very much e-learning and you're working out some specific questions on e-learning to focus on. So that is team number 3. With 2 more teams to share. Team number 4. So let's go to team number 4. Then it's Mark's team. That means it's on Ethan's, right? Ethan's your team. Who's the spokesperson? Ethan, can you please come up here? That it's team number, your team number 5. Sorry. I'm sorry. I make a mistake. So team number 4 should be Sheila's group. Okay? So thank you, Sheila.
So our topic is about e-business in YouTube. So there are, the questions are kind of not clear yet, but it's everybody introduced the 3 questions that we're going to kind of get into and discuss. The first one is how did YouTube evolve over the last couple of years? And so we are going to talk about how when YouTube was made, what was it about, and what was it for, and what has it expanded to. So the second is we're going to introduce what different kinds of business on YouTube. So there are like company accounts, advertisements, and YouTubers and stuff like that that is kind of developed into the business. And the third one, we're going to talk about how they became a business, because they could be through marketing aspects or online branding and merchandise. So these are the couple of questions that we're going to discuss.
Thank you very much. It's e-business model. Thank you, Sheila. We're looking forward to hearing more on your progress by next Monday. So let's come to the last team. It's Ethan's team. Sorry, Ethan's, I made a mistake minutes ago. It's your chance now.
Hello everyone, this is CISG114, and our first topic is what is podcast? Because from our observations, more and more people listen podcasts on their iPhone or other device instead of traditional media, especially radio, and even the number of podcasters is increasing today. Then we raise three questions. First question is what is the definition of podcast? The second question is why is podcast popular? And third question is how can we start a podcast? Our meeting minutes is next Monday, 4 o'clock.
Okay, thank you very much, Ethan. On the specific topic of podcasting, now it's very important. You have 20 minutes time to organize yourself within your table, and then after 20 minutes, I'm going to invite each team to line up here. So all the members of the team will line up here, and each member is responsible for updating the whole class what he or she is supposed to do. All right. So you need to know what your role is in your team and what your research task is in your team. And then if you have two pairs in a team, you may also want to share what the two pairs are supposed to do. All right. So it's basically a little bit further into what individual member has been assigned to do after your discussions. All right. Now, when you come up here team by team, you also need to repeat what your team problem is, okay? And if possible, if you have some questions already, give us the questions to start thinking about your topic. So, 20 minutes, we're going to start you at 12:10, all right? And so, and then we give each team from 5 to 10 minutes time to brief the whole class. Now this is a new style of classroom format for learning contract number 3 in problem-based learning, all right? And in the meantime, during this 20 minutes time when you're working as a team on your table, if you have any question, you just need to raise your hand and come to your table and try to help you as much as possible. Now remember, in each team, you are supposed to have a coordinator, you're supposed to have a secretary, you're supposed to have a liaison member. You're also supposed to have a tracker, a progress tracker. And then definitely a spokesperson, or sometimes we call it a reporter. Okay, let me update the attendance report. Minutes ago, we have the attendance done. So, here we go. So, Luna is back. And Joanna is back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now remember, we have two important tools for you to get in touch with one another. One is the Team Online discussion forum. The other, it's the wiki, okay? All of you are supposed to use them. at your convenience to keep a records of your discussions detail. And the secretary finds so much easier if you have the records there so that he or she could use the data there to put it in the meeting minutes, all right? You're going to have 1 meeting minutes done per week, starting from this week, next week, and the last week of the learning contract. And remember, these 7 questions are here to help you move forward, okay? Make the best use of the next 10 to 20 minutes to move forward. Organization is very important. You start out by questioning into the topic. You next have to map out the timeline, set the goals of your teamwork, come up with a plan of actions, decide who are going to do what, set up an evaluations process where you have to monitor the progress of each individual team member, revise your plan of actions in case it's not working. And then on to problem-based learning, make sure you use the class time to work together, okay? And communicate effectively with your team member what he or she has to be finishing before the deadline. And choosing a topic is also very important. If you discover that you have named a team topic that does not seem to be working for the rest of the team member, you still have a chance. You still have a chance to modify your topic. Okay? The ownership is in you, but you have to make sure that you have enough time to roll over again. All right? So when last week is supposed to be a time we're going to spend to make sure you have a topic to work with this week. And this week you discover you cannot work with that topic, you have to spend extra time dealing with the same issue. In the meantime, you lose out some time. So that is the trick, okay? So you need to have all members ready. Is the engine moving? Okay, that's good. the engine moving? Engine moving, right? Make sure you get it like that. This is a big topic on business because you too. Any question? The way to separate the words is first we need to three specific questions to explore the topic. And once you have three specific questions, so you can start with who, what's are, let's do one, let's do two, let's do three. Each person has two roles. One is the second role is start out doing teamwork, you now have some problem, right? So underneath the team problem, explore this topic. Okay, so we need to write down three questions. Now that you got three questions, the next thing is to do is who are going to do which question. So normally here are four. We have first question, second question, third question. So that means each question needs to be allocated two persons to handle. Three questions. And so once you know who are responsible for which question, the next thing you need to do is to come back to the whole idea of that question. You need to investigate to work out the whole idea of the sub-question. You have three, so you have three sets of ideas. So once you've got three sets of ideas on the table, you should have just enough to tell a story. And then, so part of the story is told by this two person to that question, part of the story told by this two person to the second question, and then the question told by this two person. At the end of that, we come together and coherent storytelling. Okay? And what the most interesting things included in the performance. So now we need to tell who are going to do what and what question. Okay? Yes. You have 5 more minutes. Actually, 7 more minutes according to this computer. Here is my advice, okay? I've already repeated the same advice almost in 3 or 4 tables. You have the big questions now, you have the teamwork problem, okay? And we call it teamwork topic. So the next thing you need to do is to make sure you have 3 exploratory questions to study that topic. That means you need to come up with 3 sub-questions, okay? And for each of the 3 sub-questions, you need to allocate enough manpower from your team to handle it, all right? And once you got the 3 questions, and once you got the manpower allocated, the next thing you need to explore is when you're going to come up with 1 set of OIA for each of the 3 questions, okay? And when you got the OIA set ready, you should have some information to start telling the story of the big questions. Okay? And then the next thing you have to do is to polish the OIA, extract the lessons learned, and put it in your report with the most interesting storytelling. Okay? Like a documentary. Okay? So it's very interesting. Now, have you done all of these? And also, you need to tell when you're going to meet virtually through the Moodle environment, and when you're going to meet face-to-face besides the class time. And when you're going to meet for evaluations of the progress, before you move on, for example, before you move to next week, are you going to have a meeting by the end of this week to evaluate your progress? And since you're just 3 weeks' time, so you need to work hard on that. But the most important thing is, just like doing a journal, you have to come up with an OIA set of the specific questions, all right? You will never leave OIA alone, okay? OIA is very important. Now remember, when your whole teams are here, one person needs to stand here picking up the microphone, the other 3 will be seated over there, and you need to introduce your team member, okay? And then when the time it's important for an individual team member to come up here to speak, you switch the positions with the team member, okay? The team member will come up here, pick up the microphone from you, the team member is going to speak here, and you will return to the seat, okay? One after the other. All right, that's what we do in a professional sharing setting, all right? So 2 more minutes, and then it's to your team-based sharing. You have 5 to 10 minutes at most to do that, all right? Last minute for your work together, and then move on to the team-based sharing. The first time you ever won this in this classroom, but you will get used to it. It's very important. Let's see, which team would like to go first? You can let me know, and I'll give you the time to go first. Which team would like to go second? Okay, the first team, okay? Which team would like to go? This team, right? Okay, this is team number 3. So team number 3 is going to go first. So, and then which team is going to go second? Is it okay if you don't team to go for second? Peter? Go second? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yes, right? Thank you. All right. So team number 3, and then is it team number? Team number 3 and team number 2, and then subsequently the other 3 teams. Okay, time's up. Now may I invite team number 3, I'm sorry, to come up here, the whole teams, and you need to be seated right here, and then the spokesperson is going to introduce the team members. Alright, so all the members of the team. Okay, now I'm going to pass the microphone to you. Ready? Yes. Yes. Thank you very much. So I'm going to pass the microphone to the coordinator or the spokesperson first. Now you have to be seated right here, and one person standing here holding the microphone, introducing the rest of the members. Yeah. So may I pass the microphone to you, and the other, please be seated. Please be seated. Introduce your team. Okay.
Hello everyone, we are Team 3. This is Jennifer, this is Sherry, this is Tammy, I'm Alex.
Thank you.
Yes, sorry. Yes, sorry. We are not prepared very well.
It's okay. Get used to it. Yeah.
So first I'd like Jennifer to introduce about video teaching.
Okay.
Yes, our group focus on the e-learning, and I am in charge of video learning. And video learning is some teacher will upload their video to the website, and the student can learn some knowledge from the website. That has some advantage because some poor area cannot access the education as good as the rich area. So the video learning is a good solution to this problem. And next one is Cassie.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer.
I'm Kathy, and I'll talk about the advantage of e-learning. Compared to traditional learning, e-learning we can learn anywhere, especially if we want to learn at home, and we need to spend time driving to school. This is a way we can save our money on spending on the transportation. Especially if we want to learn something from other schools information, we can search online and search about the statistics from other schools. So I think this is the advantage of e-learning compared to traditional learning. Thank you. I'll pass my
Okay, thank you, Kevi.
So my part is about the disadvantage of e-learning. It might not be exactly the disadvantage, but something to mention about e-learning is that e-learning could be learning individually using the web technology or like social media, like using videos learning. But there's something about the e-learning is that the method we use in e-learning, and it might not be very beneficial compared to traditional learning. It might be easy for you to, like, you can do your study individually, you can do your research in a very easy way. You can just Google it. It is easy to do it, but it doesn't mean that it must be it doesn't mean that it has its own efficiency. You have to think about how to use the information that you have found in the internet, and you have to organize your way to study in e-learning, which is traditional learning, and you have a traditional method. And in e-learning, you have to find your own way, and also like you can do discussion in traditional learning, but in e-learning, the discussion you can just do it on forum. But I can see that actually two things are almost the same. It's just two different methods. It doesn't mean that which one is more efficient. So this is the point. I'm going to do more research in this area.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Tammy.
We also think that distance education is a part of e-learning. So for distance education, the teacher don't need to move to a classroom, and student you won't need go to the classroom. They can use the internet, just stay at home, and they can teach the teacher can teach a student. And the cost is really cheap, and we don't need to worry about the transportation. But the effect of the distance education is not as good as the real teaching. So that's a topic we need to research more.
Thank you very much, Alex. This is team number 3. The topic is e-learning. We'll highly appreciate it if in your discussions record, you can keep records of what you said in the first sharing today, including helping us to understand a specific 3 questions you're going to investigate under e-learning. All right? Thank you very much. This is team number 3. Now, let's invite team number 2. We love to have team number 2 with the spokesperson standing over there and the other members, please being seated and then being introduced by your spokespersons. Thank you, Peter. Please introduce your team member.
Hello, everybody. We are team 2. My name is Peter. My name is Peter. This is Joanna. This is Lumina. And this is Hope. Our topic is how do people communicate through photo sharing. In our team, Joanna's topic is what is blogs. Tom's topic is what is podcasts. My topic is what is bookstores. And Romina's topic is what is photo sharing. We all discussed during the class time of 7th of March 2016, and all decided to combine our separated topics into one umbrella topic which covers all of our interests. So therefore, under discussion, we decided on how do people communicate through photo sharing, and now let my team members to introduce their topics.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter.
Hello, my name is Joanna, and my topic in this project is to introduce what is blogging. I want to introduce the platform of blogging, and then because we decided on the topic of photo sharing, then I want to introduce how do people use blogging to photo share. So I'll introduce like the method of using photo sharing in blogging to better present your ideas rather than just using text. A lot of people will try to use some photos, and what are the pros and cons of using photos as part of your blogging experience. So that will be my topic.
Thank you very much, Joanna. So,
Now I'll let Romina talk about her topic.
thank you.
Hi, my topic is what is photo sharing, because photo sharing is becoming a very popular method of expression. From teenagers to adults use it all the time, and I would like to explain is photo sharing only a platform of expression. What else can be done with photo sharing? Because people today are using photo sharing to broaden their businesses. For example, in Instagram there are like Instagram stores and stuff. And is photo sharing being abused in some way? Recently there's a case, Kim Kardashian posted a nude picture, so I think it's kind of being abused in a way. And to what limit should we share our photos? Going back to our previous topic, privacy, internet privacy. Next is Tom.
Thank you very much, Romina.
Hello, my name is Tom, and my personal topic is what is podcast. And I think my team topic is very good, and how do we use photo sharing to communicate with others. And first, I think a good topic is photo sharing is very normal now because we can post picture in Facebook or some other steps, and actually we use the picture to share our feelings and other things. It's very, I think it's very simple because now the technology is very great, and first let's talk how do I use the podcast, how do I use the podcast to make a contact between the photo sharing and podcast. And Peter's introduced our website to me. It's called something like China Facebook, and this website you can post a picture and you can put some music with the picture, and I think it's very great and it's a good way to make people understand what you want to say, and I think these are ways to make a sure, and I will continue to find some information about the photo sharing. So
Okay, thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Hello, my topic is what is Hosumi. Hosumi is a new idea raised in these years. It's a kind of public social pattern. For example, if I post a picture a computer in Facebook, and I add a tab computer for this picture, and everyone can see, everyone can know my tab computer when they see the picture. And if you want to find some picture about computers, you can just search the tab computer and you can find my picture. I think it is a very easier way for search information, and it can let everyone know your interest or preference. It is a new idea, and using well in some social networks such as Facebook, Weibo, and so on. I want to know the connections between taxonomy and photo sharing. I want to know that the taxonomy enhance the views of the pictures we post if we add a tag on it. That's all.
Thank you, Peter. What I could understand from your team's work is you need to do some finalizations of questions to put together the different topics under a framework where you can have what we call a team problem framework. Okay, so I hope that you will spend time enough to make sure you finalize it. Otherwise, you waste time just circling around. And once you got the 3 question finalized, you allocate manpower. All right. So thank you very much for team number 2. So the next team to go, may I suggest Sheila? Is your team ready? Okay. So that is team number 4, right? So the other member, please be seated, and the spokesperson is holding the microphone, introducing all of you. Yeah.
Well, good morning. We are team number 4. I'm Francis. So let me to introduce our teammate to you. We have Sheila, we have Candy, and also you. So our topic is about expanding business using YouTube. So nowadays YouTube is very well known and widely used. So we are going to explore how YouTube to become a platform to let people to do some business, especially some advertisement. So I'm the leader of this team. So my work is make sure all of us have some we will get something. I mean, we can get something from this learning contract. So at the last week, actually, I have already invited my teammate to get a YouTube account because I think if we have a YouTube account, it's so hard to know how the YouTube is working and how it to do the business. Actually, we have some problem in separating the work because sometimes we may think the work is difficult to separate in a very clear way. However, we will do more effort to on it and let it become better. Next, I'm going to pass to Sheila.
So thank you, Francis.
So I'm the team liaison, so I'm in charge of incorporating ideas and getting the discussion going and trying to connect the different ideas offered by my teammates. And so at first when we had, each of us had proposals, we all had different ideas, but to come up with a topic, we tried to get different information information from those different proposals that they offered. So we would come up with this big topic in the end, such as, at first I was the one who offered to do something about YouTube, and Francis was the one who offered to do something about e-business. So we kind of incorporated the two to come up with our topic today. So yeah, my job is to continue to connect different ideas from each teammate. Now I'm going to hand it to Kathy to talk about her.
Okay, thank you, Sheila.
Hello, I'm Kenny, and my job for this team is to be a secretary of them, and I will be marking their ideas and other things that they talk about when in our meetings, and then yeah, that's all.
Okay, okay, thank you for your support role. Do you have a topic on your own?
Before?
Yes, yes.
My topic is about reflective learning.
Okay, not
Reflective learning.
But you have not chosen a topic from the given reading list yet.
Yeah, my list.
Okay.
My topic is before.
Okay, thank you. Yes, it's all right. As long as your team has already coordinated. So, is it Leo's time? Thank you.
I'm instructor in this team.
Okay.
My job is remind my member to submit and do their work on time. And the weekly pay and what they do for the weekly pay.
Okay, do you have any time fixed during the week that you will come online to the Moodle environment to discuss with one another? Have you fixed any time during the week? Say every Friday evening from 10 to 11 that you go online together so that you can work with the discussion forum or you can work with the wiki?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have such time fixed? It's okay. It's okay. Just ask, do your group have a time set up for all the members to meet online? Okay, you arrange the time, okay? And it's very important that I think beside the support role as a tracker or secretary, you also need to get involved with researching the questions that you're going to come up with. Otherwise, it will be tip the balance, okay? All the members in the team need to get involved in the research of the OIA of the questions, okay? So let's pass the time back to Francis, okay?
Well, actually, we have already make a time. We have already set a time for face-to-face discussion every Friday, or sometime during. Actually, this week we have changed it into Tuesday because I got a return tomorrow. So
yes,
yeah,
okay.
and basically we are going to have a discussion on every Friday at 1 p.m. in computer rooms in E6.
Yes.
Yeah, and basically that's all.
Thank you. Make sure you prepare the meeting minutes for this week because you need to prepare at least one meeting minute per week for the 3 weeks. Okay? You have to have the meeting minute to keep track of your work. Thank you. Thank you, team number 4. So we're looking forward to your sharing next week, and it's very exciting. So we have 2 teams left. Is your team ready to go? Okay. So this is team number 1. Okay. Thank you.
my bookmakers. She's Nina and Jenny, and
Jerry.
she is Amy.
Amy, yes.
And our topic is what is virtual office applications, and just in the starting of the course, we are trying to state what is the three questions we are going to discuss in the report. And just now in the 20 minutes meeting, we have set already. And because it is a free question, so we have an idea that why don't we raise the questions according to the time. The first is about the history, and the second question is about the nowadays what is the virtual office application is, and also what is the future trends of it. And also we have decided which our teammate is handled for each of the questions. And for me, I handle is the now and also the future, these two questions. And we are going to try to have a meeting in this Sunday or this Saturday. And I'm the spokesperson of this team and try to make up all the idea that we are going to do in this week and have a good trend in the starting of the week.
Thank you, Connie.
Hello, everyone. I'm the secretary of this group. So while we are meeting, I will record out what we are talking about and write some notes for our meeting, so we can know what we are talking and what proposals we are looking and to make our meeting is the useful and help the team help our members to connect with each other. And I will research some information about the history with Annie. And I also will do some research about nowadays about our topic with Connie. We will have 3 meetings and I will take the time to arrange our meeting this day.
Okay, thank you, Luna.
So, I'm Julie. Basically, our team is started this week to follow this history law and the future that we have just been talking about. I'm the one that I'm the secretary that keep track of all of the matters that we have been making this meeting on this weekend, and I'm also the one going the lead of the now effect of online office application. There is especially one thing that I'm really interested in right now is what is the effect of online office application on education, since I'm English education majors. So I want to know that if this technology can be applied to education or not. So, for example, if I can just sit at home and listen to and online teachers, that would be actually very awesome. Not using Skype to completely. Also, you don't need to go to school right now. So I'm trying to find the positive and negative effect for this fields. So maybe a further report can be given out once I have completely studied this the effect of education. So that's all.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Looking forward to your next sharing.
Hello everyone. Our team topic is what is virtual visual application. In our team, my job is to remind and make sure every member has done the work on time. And my question is, what is the history of virtual visual application? I will deal with it with my partner Luna. We will refer to some references to find out when it came into being, who invented and the purpose. The purpose of inventing virtual visual application. And that's all.
Okay, thank you, Annie. We're looking forward to your next sharing. It's time for Connie to come back to put things together.
Yeah, just like what my roommate says, they have no what's their positions, and we'll try to get information to each of us and complete it through the pair or team discussion platform, and also to complete our wiki in this week and try to get the proposal half finished after the Easter holiday.
Thank you very much. We come to the last team. Thank you, Connie. Ethan's team, are you ready? Actually, we're running a little bit off time, but it's okay. Thank you.
Hello everyone. This is Team 5 and my partner is Sion and Lori, and my name is Lisa. And our proposal is what is a podcast, and we write 3 questions. The first question is what is the definition of podcast? This question Lori will responsible. And the second question is why is podcast popular? This question I will work in. And the last question is how can we start a podcast? This question Sion will responsible. And I will pass my microphone to Lori.
Thank you, Ethan.
Hello, I'm Mary. In short, I will introduce the definition of podcast. Pod refers to the iPod, and cast refers to the broadcast. So our user can subscribe the channel to, so that they can enjoy the music or the video. So it also provides the language learning method. So podcast is suitable for the people who learn the English or other different language. So they can learn some language along the way, and that's the totally different way to learn a new language, rather than just sitting in the classroom. The main reason why we choose this topic because a lot of people are busy with their work, and learning a language takes a long time and you need to develop good habits. So according to listen to the podcast, it's easy for people who cannot. It's easy for people to wear their earphone and do their job at the same time, and it's more likely to learn a new language. So I will ask the.
Okay, thank you, Nari. Thank you very much for your explanations of your podcast concern. Ethan? Yes.
My task is discuss why the podcast is popular.
Okay.
A podcast as a type of digital media has lots of people that use it. Based on the research, there is 37.6 million people who download podcasts monthly, and podcast downloaders to grow from 9% in 2008 to 70% in 2030. The reason why the podcast become popular, in my opinion, because almost every people can get benefit from it. For example, some student can download the postcard for entertainment. For businessmen, they can seize these opportunities to make some money on the postcards, such as make advertisement on the postcards. So this is the reason I think why the podcast is popular, and I will pass my microphone to Sila.
Okay, thank you, Ethan. Okay, thank you, Zishan. Essence, you need to put them things together. Yes. Give it some expectations of what we could hear from your team next week. Okay. Thank you very much for the 5 teams. You did very good sharings today. Although it's the first time ever. Yes, please come back. You ever try things like this? Actually, we need to give hands to one another for doing this first round of PBL classrooms sharing. Remember, this kind of sharing has certain elements of cruising forward, because the first time when you share, you're setting a framework for everybody to expect what can we expect from you the next time until you finish the whole work in 3 weeks' time. Now, I think it's very important that you pull your team together, talk about this, watch back the video, and check what you can put down as your goals next week. There are real issues you need to handle, because at the end of your explanations of that topic, you can tell stories based on the discovery of your individual members, and whether or not your storytelling is good or undesirable, it really depends on how you edit your story, okay? So it's a very exciting phase to put things together. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm 4 minutes late today. Okay, we're going to see you back here on Monday, all right? And you can see the score of your pair-based discussions of Learning Contract 1 before the end of today, and then you know all the score for your first learning contract, okay? See you back here next Monday. Thank you very much. So that's it for today's CISG114, Section 1, Web Technology and Life, date number 16 in the week number 8. Okay?